There have been lots of arguments over the years about which Steely Dan album is the best. Most notably, a Facebook thread started by Zephyr Avalon last year in which he somewhat surprisingly made the argument for Gaucho, despite Two Against Nature having won 3 Grammys, including Album of the Year, and the superior commercial success of Asia. Is there one Steely Dan album that sticks out above the rest for you, Donald? Well, it's a tough question to answer, being that we put so much work into each of our albums. It's a bit like picking your favorite child. But that said, it is something that I've thought about and have an answer to. And in fact, Walter and I both agree on this. After he was diagnosed with cancer back in spring of 2017, I went and visited him at his place. And the two of us talked for hours, kind of, reminiscing about the old days, and really something we rarely did otherwise. And then I asked him, what do you think is the greatest thing we ever did? And he said, Gaucho. And I'm right there with him. It really is our greatest album. When you think about what it is that actually makes something an album. What is it to you that makes something an album? Well, it's a number of things for sure. And, actually, after I had that conversation with him back in 2017, I wanted to immortalize exactly why it was that we thought Gaucho was our best album. So I went back to my place and recorded this a cappella track that will lay out our thoughts for you. I gave it to your producer so we can take a listen to it. Mark, do we have that queued up? Okay, great. Here's Donald Fagen in 2017 on why Gaucho is their best album.
Gaucho is our best album. There are no weak tracks at all. Oh yeah, Sign In Stranger is nasty, but Royal Scam is super weak. So if you want to argue, Gaucho is our best album. Gaucho is not our best album. And if you have a feeling, our Asian fans have leave me now. So if you want to argue, if you really wanted a countdown to that Gaucho is not our best album, then you better prepare to or I will delete Gaucho's the best.
Wow, that is truly something. Would you say Time Out of Mind is your favorite track off of Gaucho? I wouldn't go that far, but it certainly is a very strong track. I love the interplay of the lines there during the instrumental. For sure, it's great stuff. One last question for you, Donald. You say you are a self-trained vocalist. How exactly did you find your unique style? It's funny, actually. I really think of it as finding me. The first song we recorded on Can't Buy a Thrill was Reelin' in the Years. And right before I was about to lay down the vocal track, I was eating a peanut butter sandwich. And so I'm eating this sandwich and talking to Walter about something in the mix or whatever. And I'm like, damn, it's hard to eat peanut butter and talk at the same time. And Walter was saying how he bet I couldn't eat the other half of the sandwich while simultaneously laying down the vocal track. And so I took the challenge, and the result is what you hear on the album. So you ate half a peanut butter sandwich while recording Reelin' in the Years? Oh yeah, and every other track I sang on that album. And you see, when you have peanut butter and bread in your mouth, you have to tuck it up in your gums or stuff it in a cheek, and this results in interesting mouth shapes. And when you combine that with a constant chewing motion, it creates a crazy filter to sing through, and that's my vocal style. The result of vocal gymnastics working through various food obstacles. And some songs call for a sandwich, others just for a large wad of gum. But I'm always tinkering based off of what the song calls for. Wow. And that is the level of attention to detail that we love when it comes to the sound of all of your work. Thank you so much for spending the time with us today, and best of luck to you on your tour. Thank you for having me on. I love the questions. The ever mysterious Donald Fagen. Catch Steely Dan live from now to the end of the year on the Sweet Steely Dan Tour.